First bro got
She
max.
said, boy, you number uno. Go more that bitch like sumo. Don't come around me talking about some money. What would you know? I said, like you're different. I just came from Pluto. I said,
Yo, guys, what's up? It's week 4.
What's up with you though? I said,
Now, I know I don't have
give
the
him that
prize
one too
yet,
though. I said, big hit it. Yo, big.
but the video still has to be done. It's a dedication. It is a title that I wear proudly as a creator and the most winningest manager in this league, the commissioner. And I have to give the people what they want. And what they want is a predictions video. But I'm going to do something first. Before we get into predictions, I'm going to do a State of the Union type message to the league. Now, with help, with the visual, this is how far we've come. As you can see, standings, nobody is winless. Nobody is undefeated. This is what I'm talking about. This is why this league is so great. It's because it's comp all around. Nobody is a bye week unless they're piles with injuries. And teams like Chris and Zay's have battled and they've scooped up some wins. You got to give it up to those cats. You got to salute those guys because they are still battling, still getting wins from conference guys. Now, let me talk about the Western Conference. Right now, Johnny is in the lead only due to his points for. Right now, he leads the league, and he's doing it with a bunch of misfits, but he's doing it. He's rolling right now. Nate, kind of on fraud watch, not gonna lie. Right now, his scoring is a little bit low, but he's getting it done. Let's see if he continues. I mean, this dude, Johnny, got Raheem Mostert and Jerome Ford, Kyron and James Conner. Who would have thought that would be a lethal duo, you know? But then you got guys like this dude, Seneca, is stacked from head to toe. Mar, if his guys keep going, Mar has some soul searching to do. Not gonna lie, we've talked about it. Derrick Henry, what's going on? Javonte got to get back. He has Tyreek Hill. People, hey, let me just be a message to everybody. He's not trading Tyreek. You got to come with the Brinks truck and more. That's just the bottom line. And then show me love. He's trying. He's scrappy over there. He's had some down weeks. Kenneth Walker is the saving grace. A.J. Brown hasn't been doing it. Waddle's finally going to play. Calvin really got to get back to elite performances. And walking through that door is Kamara. On the east side. The classic, the trio. Sassoon, Wood, and myself at 2-1. It's dicey. It's neck and neck. Sassoon and my points differentiate by 5 points. Madov a little bit lower, but again, we're talking 10 or less or something like that. Dicey. No, they just made a big trade. Also, Sassoon and Chris. Sassoon sending Madison. I thought it was a decent trade for the both of you. If Christian Watson turns out to be that firecracker that people drafted him to be, it could turn out well for you. And then Christian Kirk, not a huge fan, but that's just me personally. But I get it. He's definitely a depth piece, solid depth piece. And then Nitin, who is no joke at all. I mean, anytime you have Christian McCaffrey, it's like, damn, I'm going against probably the number 1 running back on the week. If Goddard could get something going, DK get something going, and then find some solid flexes. That's his problem right now. Breece Hall, AJ Dillon could be sent to the moon. David Mont, Cortland Sutton, Adam Thielen, who under the radar has been balling, hooping. You got to give it up to them. All in, I mean, these conferences are all stacked, all competitive. We'll see how things shake out. My one message, and it's been my message since day 1. Week 3, after 3 weeks, it's technically a sample size. the players that are trending towards, unless they are blessed with elite volume and just terrible game script. I'm not even talking about matchups, but I guess that kind of plays a factor. You need to look elsewhere, or you need to change your mindset on that player. That if you drafted that player in the second round and he's doing that, I'll take my own personal. I don't know what to do with Josh Jacobs. I don't know what's going on. But I can't have that mindset that he's still that second round guy that I want to. Nah, his draft capital has to take a hit in my head where I rank him. I can't just trade Josh Jacobs for Pollard right now because Pollard's significantly outperforming him, stuff like that. So take that however you would like, and we'll get into the matchups. I'm gonna save that for Ash because this makes me this pisses me off just talking about this. Nate and Seneca. Like I said, Nate is all right. We got a Western Conference matchup to start. Nate versus Seneca. Now, once again, Nate is trying to make a statement, but he did last week. He put up 180. Was it with 30 points from a defense? Yes. Was it against Zay without Waddle and all those and his first week without Chubb? Yes. That being said, you can't undermine, like, Jamar finally came through for him. Travis Etienne and Miles Sanders is a decent starting running back duo. One of the better ones in the league. Josh Allen, obviously no scrub. Garrett Wilson, tight end, and Zach Moss has been absolutely hooping. If Garrett Wilson and he could find that flex, which low-key Jakobi Meyers has been it, he just hasn't trusted him, but currently is in his lineup. It's a threat. But on that other side of the fence is Seneca, who, in my opinion, has the most talented team. We'll see how things shake out because he still has some holes, some glaring holes. But right now, Pat Mahomes, Aaron Jones on his way back, Rachaad White, hole number one, Devontae Adams, absolutely a baller, Debo, Sam Laporta, huge tight end void going into it, literally just patched it up before the season. He didn't even watch him play. He just started him week one, and that never works. The cardinal sin is starting rookie tight ends. It doesn't matter who you are. Kyle Pitts at 4, Hawkinson was picked top 10. Eric Ebron from years ago, they all suck, at least the first year. Not with that kid. I don't know what's going on. And then Eckler, Hopkins is hole number 2. So that's the only thing he traded, that big trade. He traded Pat Mahomes. He traded for Pat Mahomes and let go of Pittman and Gabe Davis, which I still think he won that trade. But man, oh man. All in all, I don't think Eckler comes back. I do think that the Chargers think that they can beat the Raiders without Eckler, give him another week of rest, and then head into the bye week, give Eckler 2 more weeks, and then he hits the ground running week 6. Therefore, he would have to put in, you're looking at that nasty-ass dude, Najee, again, who plays Houston, and they're good against the run. That being said, I'm going to go with another upset, and I'm going to go with Nate's team. I don't know why. It just seems like the Shun is signing on his team. He doesn't have to score him. Whenever he has to score, he scores. Whenever he doesn't have to score, he doesn't score, and he barely edges out the guy. Another big week by Zach Moss. I really don't know what the Colts are doing over there, but they beat the Ravens, and I appreciate them for that. But I think Nate gets the win. One of my personal favorite matchups of the week, Nitin versus Madov. I hope it's a bloodbath. Not literally in the sense of injuries and stuff. That's messed up. But I want to see some fireworks. I want to see some stress. I want to see some Monday night match. Anybody got a Darren? Love that. Darren Waller is a Monday night. Anybody for him? Nah. I love that. I love when one of my opponents needs 9 points from a not a star player, and then they cut because that does something to that player's psyche. If you're not a well trained manager who's been through the fire, but technically what has, I gotta give him that. It messes like when somebody fails you like that, trust is out the window, and you start looking elsewhere. If Darren Waller doesn't get it done for what Monday night, hey, I'm all here for it. That being said, I don't care who really wins. Actually, I do care. I hope Wed loses. He's 2-1. Nitin's 1-2. I mean, that's just basic logic. Who's he gonna start? Jalen Hurts against Herbert. Herbert's been hooping and he has an elite matchup. I'm gonna take Herbert. And Jalen Hurts, that's another guy that was elite, still is with that tush push. He could get 3 rushing touchdowns any week, apparently. But Herbert's got to be the more consistent guy through and through. I'm going to take him. Christian McCaffrey against anybody, I'm taking him. Right now, Nitin has some questions. Can you start Breece Hall? Can you start David Montgomery? I think I saw that he's going to play this week. So I would say that's his start is David Montgomery. We'll see because maybe they temper expectations. And it's tonight. CeeDee Lamb should be hooping, not against New England, against Amon-Ra. But I'm going to take Amon-Ra. He always seems to light up the Packers. And then wide receiver 2, Courtland Sutton, I think you got to give him a go. Or Adam Thielen. Both of them got elite matchups. I think both of them are going into flex. So does Nitin not set his lineup to hear what I have to say about him? That would be neither here or there, but maybe I am the gospel. Maybe I am him. I mean, hey. But Goddard against Waller, I would like to think it's Waller. Both of them have sucked, but the tight end position just sucks. DK, and this is where it comes down to. DK versus T. Higgins. T. Higgins has been either absolutely game-breaking, win you the week with a 30-point victory, and then he has 2 absolutely abysmal games. What the hell is he doing? He is not focused. He can't catch the ball. The chemistry's off between him and Burrow. I don't know what's going on. DK, I really like. Seattle's offense has been struggling, though. So if I think who gets together first, I would say DK. I like the DK matchup against the Giants. Tennessee's scrubby in the secondary too, but I'm gonna take DK over there. And then Puka versus, I mean, if it's Adam Thielen, I'm more inclined to say Puka, but I think it's close. I think Adam Thielen is an elite play this week. That being said, all in all, I think I'm gonna say Nitin takes the win. I'm gonna say Nitin takes the win in a gritty game because of the Jahmyr Gibbs, Green Bay hard fought battle. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what type of points he gets. But I love your matchups though, Wood. You have literally elite matchups everywhere. I'm gonna change my answer, dude. I'm gonna go with what Godly. Washington is not a scrubby defense. Yeah, I'm gonna go with what. If he could just get something from Gibbs, he needs a boost from obviously his Lions and he's playing 3. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Dicker's not a Lion. I saw light blue, but we'll see. But I'm gonna go with what on this one. Just changed it. Johnny versus Zay. This got to be a redemption game. Zay gotta, he wants to make a like, hey, I don't got what's his name? Chubb, but I'm trying to make a statement. And his running backs gotta lead the way for him. Right now, Johnny is going where Kirk Cousins as his quarterback one for the rest of the season. Sketchy, because Cousins has had these performances. He has these string of games where he looks like a world beater and then resorts back to Zach Wilson like play, where it's like, what are we doing? He's going against Deshaun Watson, who literally is the biggest question mark I've ever seen at quarterback. I don't know what's going. Right now, he's been good game, terrible game, good game. He's in line for a terrible game, and it's not an easy matchup against Baltimore's D. Or he could go golf against his own Packers, but I know he don't want to do that. Running backs, I'm going to keep it short and simple. I'm taking Zay's. Kenneth Walker is a beast. A.J. Brown and Waddle versus Pittman and Justin Jefferson. Jefferson is going to do it. A.J. Brown has been a question mark. Can he show up? We've been waiting. He's still been doing good production all in the air. 22 points, 9 catches for 131 is a great game, period. We need to see those elite games by a first-round pick. Those 30 points. Can you win me my weeks? Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson. Those are the guys that have done it. Where at Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown has to assert himself as one of those guys. Against Washington, it's tougher, but we'll see. And again, Washington, for some reason, has the secret sauce against the Eagles. They upset them, stopped their perfect record last year. We'll see. Kyle Pitts against Kittle. I'm going to take Kittle against Arizona. Easy. Kyle Pitts, just for a note, though, for some reason, out of the United States, when the Falcons always go to Mexico or London or whatever, he hoops. He has like several touchdowns, and I don't know, he hoops. He's in London again. Just saying. Mostert, running back one on the season, and Ford versus Ridley and Kamara. I'm going to take Zay's flexes. So all in all, I'm going to take Zay in the upset against Johnny, evening 2-2 record for the both of them. That conference is going to be neck and neck after this week. Moving into Chris versus Mar. Two guys that are... Chris doesn't know where to lead. I mean, he's making moves. He's trying. I mean, look at his bench. And you got to feel bad for the kid. Quan out. JT out and not looking good as of right now. Still doesn't want to play for the teams. Zach Moss has been doing great. They won against a rival opponent in the Ravens. I really don't know. JT is he's on both sides of the spectrum where I could see both. He could not play a single game, but I don't know how that works contractually for him. Or I could see him returning week 5 and just hitting the ground running. So I really don't know. But I think they're the same likelihood. Burrow versus Lamar. Lamar has a tough matchup. The Browns defense is stout. I'm going to go Burrow on this one. See, I had to rock the number 9. We got our first win. But I'm going to go Burrow on this one. I think he gets at least 2 touchdowns from against the Tennessee Titans. And we always do well against the Titans. His running backs. Chris put some gas in it. Added Madison. We'll see if that helps him out. Will Henry get back on track? This is the biggest thing that Mar has to figure out. And honestly, I think he's making the right decision in holding and hoping. Because right now, you trade Derrick Henry, you're not getting the value that he deserves, I guess. I mean, it only has it. But, I mean, these numbers are, that's scary to get out-snapped, but he was injured, so we'll see. And Javonte Williams has to get it together. His running backs are the biggest, question mark of his team. That being said, I'm taking Mar's running backs. Derrick Henry, I think, gets back on track. Mike Evans versus Marquise Brown versus Tyreek and Amari. I'm taking Mar's team. Tyreek Hill, anybody with that's kind of like he's the running or the wide receiver version of Christian McCaffrey. If you have Tyreek Hill, I'm probably gonna err on the side of you, unless you have two elite guys like I don't know Keenan and Cup. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Tight end. He has Kelsey. Game over. Actually, but Hawkinson is he's no bum. Let's see. He's been doing well. He's ramping up. This Taylor Swift stuff is pissing me off, but it's ramping up. I'm gonna take Kelsey by a smidge though, and flexes. Chris is soul searching right now. Nico Collins was a good find, but apparently Tank Dell is emerging, and now he's a number one. So who really knows? Matt Breida, not a terrible start against Seattle. Apologies for the allergies on my part. Pacheco and Kendrick Bourne. I mean, these flexes are nasty. The defenses, Browns D, who I think is not a bad start. Saints D against Tampa Bay. I'm going to go more in a tough battle. I'm going to go more, though. I'm going to go more. I think his running backs give him a boost with the Joe Burrow 2-touchdown performance. Tyreek Hill does his thing. Cooper scores again. I don't see Kendrick Bourne doing anything, but he really doesn't have another choice on his bench. And then Pacheco, you got to hope he gets it done. Hopefully Javonte falls into the end zone. Marquise Brown, tough matchup. Evans, tough matchup with Lattimore. They always get into it. He might get thrown out. Play number 3, like Sassoon always says. So you never know, but I'm taking more on that one. And then the matchup of the week, apparently, the one that is not on my schedule, but it's on everybody else's, apparently. Myself versus Sassoon. Listen. I did not realize that the camera was off, but who cares? I don't care. I'm recording this 20 minutes before I got to go to work, so we move. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what I'm doing at quarterback. My trust in Trevor Lawrence has dwindled, and now I question him. So much so that I am leaning going Daniel Jones against Seattle. I don't know, though. I truly don't know. This could change in 2 minutes. This could change right now. I don't feel great about it. Nothing feels right. But I don't know. Got to think about it. Running backs, though. Pollard and Swift. Josh Jacobs, Stevenson. Josh Jacobs, elite matchup. If he doesn't get it now, then it's time to hit the panic button. If he doesn't do it against the Jacobs, against the Chargers, because anybody could run against the Chargers, apparently. 2 tough matchups for his 2 guys. I like his 2 running backs better than mine. Matchup-wise, though, Josh Jacobs with the elite one, but I'm still going to give the edge to Pollard and Swift. I think Sassoon is making the right pick into starting Swift. He's deserved it. And right now they're splitting time, him and Gainwell. Hopefully that doesn't teeter-totter because that always sucks. If it's 50-50 down the middle, Swift is startable. He's just a more athletic running back. And the more dynamic one as well. Receivers. I am manifesting. I called Sassoon personally, and I said, listen, I'm manifesting, conjuring, praying, whatever I got to do. Hajbul. Call on Chris Olave to annihilate Sassoon, because that's what makes fantasy so great. When you take somebody's best player and they carve this man so that a little seed of doubt, what you like to see is their reactions when you watch a game. When Chris Olave catches a bomb against the Saints fan, and their face, like, they're not as happy as you would think. Like, they're not. They can see it. You can see it in their face. Some of those elite fans, some of those, I'm gonna come for his fandom, yeah, because it's Sassoon week. Some of those guys where it's like it truly doesn't matter. I'd say it's only me and Chris. Chris could watch Keenan Allen go for 60 and he doesn't bat an eye. He's like, I don't care. Jamar could go for 45 on me and I don't care. As long as we're winning the game. But Sassoon, he could sit here and be like, no. If Olave goes for 30 on him, he's hurting. He's hurting for sure. That being said, Diggs against again, this Buffalo and Miami game scares the hell out of me. Maybe it's because of that 74-point performance, but I'm not trying to see it. I'm really not. But I like my receivers. I like Keenan Allen against another elite matchup. That dude. I apologize for everything I said, Keenan. You're him. But I like my receivers in this one. Tight end, Andrews and Ingram. I think it's a discussion. Ingram's never going to, as far as we go, he's not going to disappoint. 10 points is not disappointing in fantasy from a tight end spot. Right now, he hasn't disappointed. He hasn't won you a week, and that's exactly what I wanted. I want somebody's going to get 10 to 14 points, and that's what he does. 10 to 15 is all I'm looking for. This guy's, and against Cleveland, he's been a hit. I'm going to do Taysom. You're not. You're going to play Andrews, and who knows. But I actually like Ingram over Andrews this week. This is where I got to find out what I want to do here. Another question mark. My team is kind of like Seneca's where I had a quarterback problem. Seneca doesn't have that. And then I have a flex problem. Now, obviously, this guy is going to go into that second flex spot. Don't have him just yet. So I got to look at James Cook, permanent starter in my team, week in, week out. His work is too constant. Solid dude. Tank Dell, Zay Flowers, Chris Godwin. Those are the three people. And I'm leaning towards Tank in this one. I'm leaning towards Tank. Those are my flexes going against Lockett and Addison. Those guys give you 5 and they could give you 55. I like Lockett, though. I like Lockett. The Addison matchup. Got rid of Madison now, so he doesn't have that. But I like Addison in this one. So I'm going to go with his flexes. I think they're more dynamic. They could upset him, and that's what I'm certainly hoping for, but I think they come through for him. Two great defenses going against great matchups. Washington turns the ball over. New England has been, well, they're always well coached and all that mumbo shit. Kickers, who cares? Is this a week that I beat Sassoon? Do I think so? No. As much as I would like to move on from this agenda, I think his flexes are the difference makers. More dynamic guys. Now Tank Dell could come in. If Tank Dell performs like he has been and he asserts himself as the truth, scary hours. But I just don't think I get enough from my running backs. And my quarterback, I don't know if I'm going to make the right decision. I'm literally probably going to flip a coin. Probably. I was going to do it right now, but that's too much. That's too much. I can't do that. Maybe I get a vision or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I get it against Sassoon. Tough. What's going on? Oh, Jalen Waddle gonna play. Wonderful. Good for him. Sassoon's a bum though. Not too worried. Kind of worried. Not too worried. It's okay though. We can move. Hoping for it though. Hey, Olave, annihilate him. I won't be surprised if I beat him. But do I think would I bet on myself? Nah. Do it. Take it easy though. Hey man, I flew through this one. Couldn't find a partner to do this video with, but it still had to be done. I still want to deliver it. Y'all have a great day today. Good game. Lions versus Packers. I know Seneca and Zay are going to be hyped for that one. And Madov, who apparently is a Lions fan by default now. We'll see if Gibbs come in for him. It's a fun one. Thursday night football. Enjoy this. Hey, it's week 4. What is this? There's 12 weeks in the regular season for us. We're a third of the way there after this week. A third of the fantasy season is already over. It's kind of crazy. It moves by fast. We got to enjoy it. And I'm trying to kill y'all every week. I need another ring. Y'all take it easy. It's your commissioner. It's your 2-time champion. I'm out.